Sun in Aquarius. To be in your center, you need to feel free to explore your uniqueness and individuality within your friendships and the social causes you support. Aquarius is a future-oriented sign, which keeps you slightly ahead of your time. You are not bound by the rigid conditioning of your culture. Born to be a free spirit, you need to experiment with life, to soar above the ordinary, and to be free to explore with your abundant mental abilities. You are unpredictable, and your progressive, idealistic temperament keeps you open to change and growth. Your love of friendships and social activities needs to be balanced with alone time, lest you get lost in the world of others. Although, valuing your unique individuality, you prefer to go your own way in life rather than follow the herd. Consequently, it is not as easy to be an Aquarian because you cannot rely on social approval to substantiate your identity. Therefore, you have to be much more self-affirmed than most in order to actualize your uniqueness. Your keen intellect functions equally as well in rational, scientific realms as it does in abstract, theoretical realms. This enables you to rise above personal concerns and see things from a detached, universal perspective. Because you feel most centered when your far-reaching intellect has unlimited opportunities, you need to take responsibility for creating a lifestyle that allows for your abundant interests. Don't expect your culture to provide a tailor-made life for you. More likely, you will have to invent it. Give yourself permission to do just that. Typically altruistic, you have a high degree of social awareness that leads you into the role of the rebel or the reformer. Rarely interested in the conventional, you are most often found on the leading edge of whatever interests you, and you feel most secure when you have a cause or purpose beyond yourself to advocate for. You are not here to conform to the current social systems. You are here to help them change and evolve to meet the ever-changing needs of the future. Aquarius is one of the most paradoxical signs of all. On the one hand, it is said to be the sign of groups and friendships, yet Aquarians are usually too independent to be joiners. It is also said to be the sign of friendships, yet it is also the most impersonal of all the signs. These paradoxes are what makes you such a puzzle to others. You just do not seem to fit into anyone's molds or expectations. Your relationship skills and needs. Your friendly, open nature functions very well in relationships of all types, particularly with those you see as a unique individual. Your way of expressing yourself is not as gooey romantic, but instead as a caring friend. Freedom is an important component to your self-identity. You encourage and celebrate the uniqueness of your friends and are most impressed with those who have created a lifestyle that reflects their individuality. Your friends love this about you and feel free to express their truest self in your presence. There is often something unusual about your relationships, as you need to experiment with life does not stop with yourself. Easygoing friendships are often easier for you than commitment-based relationships. It's not that you can't stay in long-term relationships. It's just that committed involvements must not feel limiting to you, or they will not last long. You need to see your relationships as an opportunity for the expression of your individuality instead of a denial of it, and are at your best with a partner who is also willing to grow and evolve within a relationship. Not one for sentimentality, you rarely indulge emotional sensitivities, and your ability to detach from personal feelings can be very liberating for others. You help them laugh at their situation instead of taking things so personally. You prefer to objectify emotional situations and deal with them through distance and rational thinking. To gain this perspective, you detach from the moment, rise above your personal feelings, and see things from a higher, universal vantage point. This detachment can be felt as aloofness by others. You feel most at ease with those who understand and accept this as a part of your character. You strongly resist any attempt to change you. For you, the mind is too precious a resource to waste, and you will often be found helping others to actualize their abilities. Areas to work. David Pond is the author. Areas to work on. Your uniqueness, your greatest gift, is also the source of most of your problems. Remember, one of the side effects of being unique is that your point of view is original, so don't expect others to always agree with you. Until you accept yourself as being independent and free, you tend to attract people and situations that challenge this need. You then rise to the occasion and break free from the controlling force. Ultimately, though, you ask yourself, to whom am I trying to prove my independence? Once you have accepted yourself, you realize that you do not have to justify yourself to anyone, and you begin to attract a different set of friends and situations, ones that encourage and accept your uniqueness. Your detached manner can make you appear insensitive to others. Even though talking about personal feelings and concerns will likely seem petty to you, it does help others feel more comfortable with you, so oblige them periodically. The other area that you can work on to improve your involvements with others deals with how quickly you process information, which is considerably faster than most. Slow down. With your know-it-all tendency, you have a difficult time letting others complete their thoughts. Truthfully, you often do know more than others, but this can alienate them through one-sided communications. Others will feel more comfortable with you the more you develop your listening skills, although this will require restraint on your part. Like a messenger of the future, you function as an alarm clock by helping others to awaken from a culturally conditioned view of reality. Your unique perceptions can be unsettling and even shocking to others, creating a delayed gratification syndrome in your communications. You stir up thought. Still, you will find that when people have time to digest the information, they begin to appreciate the perspective you offer. Understanding Sun and Aquarius and others. What you will notice first about relationships with Aquarians is that they are very mentally stimulating. There seems to be an electrical quality to these individuals that sparks with excitement when they are enjoying themselves. Bright, clever, and alert, they will keep you on your intellectual toes. Friendship is one of their strengths, so if you are lucky enough to be in their select circle, you will see the best that this sign has to offer. There always seems to be something unique about these individuals. It is best not to have expectations of them, as they typically do not fit any mold other than their own. These are free-spirited souls who resist restraint, but they will encourage as much freedom and independence in you as they demand for themselves. If they feel constrained, they will often do something other than what is expected just to demonstrate their right to act as they choose. Very progressive thinkers, these people enjoy a lively exchange of ideas and will most value your true thoughts on any topic instead of what you think they should say. There are two sides to Aquarians, the rebel and the reformer. The rebel takes delight in shaking things up just for the sake of it. The reformer takes a responsible role in initiating change in the world to keep up with the ever-changing needs of the future. Both types resist traditions that restrain the rights of the individual. Aquarians are altruistic and idealistic And when you appeal to this side of their character, you are sure to meet a willing partner. They make wonderful conversationalists, yet they often feel unsure of themselves. As confident as they appear socially, they are just as insecure about the private, personal side of their lives. Don't let their aloofness fool you. They are much more sensitive than appearances may lead you to believe. They are often awkward in demonstrating their personal feelings, so don't expect them to gush out their emotions, and they are not likely to indulge your sensitivities. Instead, they prefer to help you rise above what they see as the muck and the mire of personal emotions and to clear light of rational objectivity. Very mental in their approach to life, they need to intellectually explore possibilities that they have no intention of acting upon, and their talk is often much more radical and experimental than the life they actually lead. Still, Aquarius is the sign of evolutionary growth, and they do need freedom to experiment with how they live life. Periodically, they need time and space by themselves, as this is a source of their strength. Don't make too much of it if you feel them pulling away from the relationship. They will wind their way back to you when they are ready. A fuller life, lived closer to the edge, is possible with your Aquarian friends.